Hello, hello, everyone. So we just heard the recording progress. And then when I start talking, she's like, someone's here. Who's here? So then chance to come and check it out. Welcome. We're going to do a lovely yoga flow, open up the hips, a little back, get a little core, get a little glutes, all the good things, good mixture of everything. You need nothing except for you and your mat. So when you are ready, you can make your way into your starting Shavasana. So taking up as much space as you need. So whatever this is for you in your day, whether it's evening, whether it's the morning, whether it's the middle of the day, really try to tune into where you are right now. So try to not think about your day during the morning. Try not like review and tear apart your day if it's in the evening. Just try to be where you are. Be grateful that you can move your body and that you can be here. Yeah. Okay. So coming out to your back, taking those feet out nice and wide, taking the arms out wide as well. And if you need to do a big sigh, go for it. Maybe you need to do a few of those. And just notice how your body is feeling in this moment. Is it feeling heavy? Is it feeling tight? Is it feeling good? And just take that scan of physical self. I apologize for Zoe at the moment. She's not distracting at all. Digging herself a little spot for her to go into her Shavasana. Let's take one more big breath in together. So really think of the expansion of the ribs. Actually, we're going to make that 2 more breaths. Think of the expansion of the ribs. Think of the expansion of the belly. And then maybe doing that big sigh out. Maybe also even thinking of the back body as you breathe in. That expansion on the inhale and then that big letting go on the exhale. So maybe you've done 2 of those while I speak. Let's take one more big breath in together through the nose. Hold it at the top. And then part your lips, give it a nice big sigh out. From here, we'll take those arms all the way up overhead. Take your right ankle and cross it over top of the left. You're going to take the arms up overhead, grab a hold of the right wrist, and then give a nice little pull over to the left. So you're creating that nice, beautiful arch along the right side of the body. This banana shape, if you will. Breathing into that right side for 3. For 2. And release on 1. Bring your arms to cactus. So the palms face up, the elbows are nice and wide. Take your right foot, return it back to where it was, and then take your left ankle, cross it over the right. Take an inhale and reach those arms up overhead once again. Grab a hold of the left wrist, pull it over to the right side. Creating that banana shape again for the left side of the body. Breathing into that left side for 3. Oh, that feels good on that side for 2. And for 1, nice job. Bring your arms back to cactus one more time. Bend in the left leg, bend in the right leg. Pick up those feet off of the floor and then just take your knees over to the right side. Stay there for 1 breath. Full breath cycle out. Keeping those elbows and shoulders to your mat. Inhale those knees back up through center and then drop them over to the left side. Maybe noticing if how tight that low back is. Maybe that's not even an option for you. Maybe you need to stagger your feet and come more into that windshield wiper knees action. Let's take an inhale and bring those knees back through center. You can place the left foot down on the floor, extend the right leg up towards the sky ceiling. Taking those hands behind that right leg, just coming into a nice little hamstring stretch here. Just a mindful moment of how the back of that leg is feeling. Now, if your low back is tight, maybe that's some tightness happening through that hamstring. We'll take 1 more big breath and lift the head, neck, and shoulders off of your mat, just giving a nice little pull there. And then take that right ankle and cross it over that left knee. Open the right knee away from your body. Take your hands beside you, arms beside you, palms facing down. Take an inhale and press through that left foot. And coming into just that nice single side bridge. So I want you to think of right knee falling towards your mat, flex through the right foot, and then tucking the tail, pressing through the left foot and activating through that left glute for 3, for 2, Lower the hips back down. Lift off the left foot, coming into figure four. Interlacing those hands beneath that left leg, or you can take the hand to the knee, hand to the foot on that right side, the right leg, choosing what feels best for you. Flexing through the right toes. Take one more big breath in right there. Maybe squeezing that left knee in a little bit more. Oh, that feels good. And then slowly release that down. Taking the right foot to join the left, kicking the left heel up towards sky ceiling, coming into hamstring stretch for the left side. Flexing through those toes once again, noticing how that's feeling along the back of that left side this time. A nice little soft bend into that left knee as well. And then take an inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, giving you a final pull there. Inhale. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Give a little guide and a little push to open that left knee. And when you're ready, hands beside you, palms down. Lift the hips off of the floor, pressing into the right foot this time. We want to think of that left knee falling open with the flexed foot on that left side. Thinking of tucking and squeezing, activating through that right glute as much as you can, pressing into the right foot, taking a breath for 3, for 2. Lower those hips down. Lift off the right foot, coming into your figure four for this side. Again, option to take those hands in behind that right leg. Option to take the hands to the foot and the knee on the left side. Breathing there for 3. Oh, that feels good for that left hip and glute for 2. And for 1, nice job. Slowly releasing that side down. You can take both feet flat to the floor, take the feet wide. Just give a nice little windshield wiper from right to left, because that always feels good for that low back. I apologize. I have like an itchy nose. I don't know if it's dry skin, but holy man, it's itchy right now. I'm trying not to do it. You guys probably aren't even looking, so it doesn't even matter. Let's lift those feet onto the floor, take the hands in behind those legs. Give yourself a couple of rocks along the back, all the way up to seated. Okay, once you've made your way to seated, that was lots of mat work. That's okay. Some serious things going on through the body that we want to make sure we take care of. Okay, hands towards those knees, sit tall, close your eyes, tuck the chin slightly towards the chest, and just notice how sitting in this position feels for you. Maybe you need a block or a prop beneath those hips, always a great option. Let's set an intention for our practice, for our day, for our evening, for wherever you are. Maybe it's putting something out there in the world for somebody else. A positive thought. Feeling that expansion with the breath. Letting go on the exhale. From here, when you are ready, you can open those eyes. Anchor those hands to those knees, and we'll just start with some nice little Sufi rolls here. So thinking of the belly button being your little pencil point, drawing those circles coming around, forward and to side, and those hands anchoring to the knees. Sitting bones also anchoring to the floor. Change the direction, go the opposite way. Always feels good for that low back. And if you want to give a pause anywhere that feels tight or that feels good, take it there. Good. And then we'll come back into that neutral spine. We'll take the left hand down beside us, right arm's going to reach up and over. Again, try to think of pushing the knees down, pushing the sitting bones into your mat. Take it from right to left. We'll give a nice little flow here from side to side, just getting into that side body. And then noticing again how that's feeling from right to left. Keep going from side to side for 3, for 2, and for 1. From here, we're going to transition ourselves into tabletop. All right, so coming onto those hands and those knees as gracefully as you can, making all of the adjustments that you need. I always have to do a fix of the leggings. What does that tell you? Get some new leggings, Nat. Okay, Zoe's been down here. It is hairy and dirty. It needs to be cleaned. Okay. All of the things with dogs. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Toes tucked, untucked, your choice. Whatever feels better for those feet. I like to tuck my toes because I get a nice stretch through those feet. We'll take an inhale, lifting that gaze, lifting that tail, creating that arch through the spine. And then as you exhale, tucking around through your spine. Puffing up those shoulders, dropping chin towards chest. Taking your time as you shift. Noticing how things are moving for you. The low back, the pelvis. Anything that's feeling tight, try to breathe into those spaces and places. Give yourself one more series of cat and cow. Big inhale. Big exhale. Cat and cows feel good any time of the day. Love a good cat and cat. Coming back into your neutral spine, we'll take a reach forward with that right hand. Kick the left heel back, coming into your bird dog position. Okay, press into that heel, flex through the toes. Reach that hand forward as far as you can. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow towards knee. Tuck and round. Inhale to reach, kick. Exhale to tuck and round. One more time. Big breath in, kick and reach. Exhale to tuck and round, holding that rounded position for 3. Think of elbow to knee as much as you can for 2. And for 1. Inhale, kick and reach one more time. Good. Exhale to lower that down. Other side, left arm reaches, right heel kicks back. Think of lengthening as much as you can through that leg and the foot. Exhale, elbow towards knee, round. Inhale, kick and reach. Exhale, tuck and round. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Big breath in, kick and reach. Exhale, tuck and round to hold for 3, for 2, and for 1. Kick and reach one more time. Lower that down. Take the knees nice and wide, coming into a nice child's pose. Press those hips back. Walk those hands far forward. Think of armpits coming towards your mat. Think of hips coming back towards heel. Think of belly coming in between those legs. Taking 2 more cycles of breath here. Oh, that feels so good. Let's come forward into our tabletop. When you are ready, tuck those toes, lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. First down dog of your day, probably. Maybe not. Maybe this is your second yoga class of the day. Okay, let's do a nice couple of pedals here, alternating right foot, left foot, pressing into that heel, lengthening through ankle and calf. And then from here, we'll return into our down dog. We'll come high on those tippy toes, bend the knees, look to the hands, take a nice big step forward. Inhale, hands to shins to your flat back. Lengthen through your spine, exhale to release. Do that 2 more times and get a full release on the bottom. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, release and fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release and fold. Circle sweep those arms. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale those hands to heart center. Palms to touch. Lost my balance there. Just take a pause here. Press your palms together as much as you can. Press fingertips together as much as you can. Give a slight tuck of that tail to really lengthen through that body, maybe dropping that chin towards the chest. Just a little bit. Close your eyes maybe lifting off all the toes, spreading them, placing them down one by one. Think of stacking yourself. Fully stacking yourself, like you're leaning against a wall maybe a little bit. Sometimes we shift forward. We want to be nice and rooted. All right, let's take a big breath in. Sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, release and forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back towards your plank. You also have the option to hop or jump back to that plank if that feels good for you. Pause in your plank. You have the option to be on those knees if you need it to support for those wrists. Take a breath in. Lengthen and tighten through that body. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Also option to lower those knees. In breath, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Good, we're gonna do that again a little bit faster this time. Inhale, come high on those tippy toes, bend the knees. Take a nice big step forward. Inhale your hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale to release and fold. Inhale, circle sweep those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, release and fold right away. In breath, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, plank pose. Pause in your plank. I want you to think of pressing into those hands, shoulders stacked over wrists, high on those tippy toes, hug the belly button up into the spine. Option to lower those knees, chaturanga. In breath, upward dog, baby cobra. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. One more time there. Come high on the tippy toes, bend the knees, look to the hands, big step forward. Warming up that body. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, release and fold. In breath, circle sweep the arms all the way up to standing. Exhale, release and fold last time. So good, everybody. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, plank pose, pause. All of the cues, spread the fingers, press through those hands, tuck the tail, squeeze through that core. Lower down chaturanga. In breath, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. As soon as you're in your down dog, we'll sweep that left leg nice and high, pointing through that toe, 3-legged dog. Sweeping that leg forward and through, planting it in between the hands, pivot the back right foot for for warrior one. Inhale, arms to come up. Okay, in your warrior one, these are not my usual leggings. Wrong ones, they're very thick. I'm very warm. Your warrior one, where are we at? So hips, feet on separate tracks. So we're not in behind. We want that leg straight out from that hip. And I want you to think of sinking deep into the left knee, right over the left toes. Back foot's at a 45. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Slight turn inward with that those pinky fingers. Taking one more big breath in and out. I'm gonna do one more breath in. Taking those hands in behind you as you exhale, interlace the fingers. Pull the shoulders down and back, puff out that chest, open up the chest, and maybe lift those hands away from the low back. I'm gonna turn slightly to the side, okay. So we're lifting here, we're opening the chest and the shoulder. We're gonna get into our humble warrior. And breath in, exhale forward. Dropping that left shoulder towards that left knee, okay. So enjoying that little opener here, maybe through the chest and the shoulders. Taking one more big breath in and out. Leave the fingers as they are interlaced. Inhale to come all the way back up. Pop off of your back right foot to come into warrior three with interlaced hands. I want you to think of pressing into the left foot as much as you can, kicking back into the right leg as much as you can. Leave the arms as they are for one more big breath in. Release them to hands to heart center. You're still in your warrior three. Ooh, we're doing lots of balance here. Okay. Hang in there, hang in there. My balance is off. Take one more big breath in as you are. And then come on up, sweeping that leg forward to single leg Tadasana, driving that right knee up, flexing through the right toes. Beautiful. If your balance is like mine, it's been a long day. This is towards the end of my day. Maybe it's a start for you. So sometimes it's either or when we're waking up the body or when the body's into fatigue. Take one more big breath in and then sink deep into a single leg chair. If that's not cool for you, you can drop the right foot down to meet the left in regular chair. We're all gonna do that in a moment anyways. Take one more breath. Lower the right foot. One more breath there. Exhale, release and fold. Nice job, everybody. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, release the hands down, step back, plank pose. We know the drill here now. We pause in that plank. We engage through that core. Take one more breath. Chaturanga, exhale. In breath, upward dog, baby cobra. Exhale back, downward dog, sweep the right leg high when you are ready. Three-legged dog, pointing through that toe. Sweeping that leg forward and through, preparing warrior one. Other side, inhale those arms to come up when you are ready, okay. So right knees tracking over right toes, pinky fingers are slightly turned in or at least palms facing in here. Relax the shoulders down and back. We don't want that shrug. Pull them down. Take one more breath in. And then release those hands down and behind. Maybe even go the other way, the weird interlaced way. Opposite way, maybe. Press down and back, lift those hands away from the low back. From the low back, so they're not touching. If that feels okay for you, take one more breath there. Humble warrior, right shoulder drops towards right knee. Breathing there for 3. Lifting those hands as high as you can for 2. Inhale to come back up, 1. Take off the left foot. Leave the hands as they are, coming into your warrior 3. Hands interlaced, balancing here. Looking straight down with your gaze. Take one more inhale. Release the hands to heart center, palms touch. You're still in your warrior 3. 1 inhale. Standing up into single leg Tadasana. Okay, drive that knee up and through. You guys, this is my terrible balance side, and I'm doing way better than my good side. Isn't that funny? Okay, I love it. Take one more breath here. Drive your knee up as high as you can, flex through those toes. Sit into your single leg chair. Taking one breath in there. Exhale it out. Lower the left foot to join the right, double leg chair, regular chair, not double leg, regular chair. Sitting maybe a little bit lower, take one more breath. Exhale, release and forward fold. So good. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, plank pose and pause. Take one breath. Option to lower those knees, chaturanga. In breath, upward dog, baby cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. When you are ready, sweeping the left leg nice and high, 3-legged dog. Bend through that knee, open that hip. Giving yourself a nice little stretch right there. Lifting the knee as high as you can. And then from here, we'll sweep that leg forward and through, planting it in between those hands. Pivot on the back right foot to warrior two stance. Come on up when you are ready. Okay. I'm totally not breathing. This is what happens when you talk and are moving at the same time. All of the things are happening. Sink deep into that left knee if you can. Add a slight tuck of that tail. Bending a little bit deeper. Relax the shoulders down. Gaze comes straight over those left fingertips. Taking one more breath. Making sure those shoulders aren't forward. I just caught myself. Pull it back so that the shoulders are over those hips. From here, we'll flip the front left palm. Reverse your warrior two. Sliding the right hand down the right leg. Come on over to your side angle. We will flow from right to left here. Inhale, reverse. Don't shift that left knee. Exhale, side angle. Good. One more time, inhale. Exhale, side angle. Pause in your side angle. Reaching that right arm, sinking deep into that left leg, maybe taking that left arm to join the right, or left leg can stay down. Breathing here for 3. For 2, return to your warrior 2 on your breath in. And then we're going to slide the left toe to come to a 45. We're going to slide the right heel to come into a 45. We're going to take the arms up to cactus and sink deep. Now, I have to adjust my feet. You might have to do the same. We're coming into goddess flow. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Extend through the legs. Exhale, sink deep into your goddess. So think of sumo squats. Inhale to come up. Exhale to sink nice and deep. We'll do that one more time. Breath in. Come all the way up. Exhale down into goddess and hold. We breathe here. Tuck the tails just slightly for 3. Spread the fingers wide for 2. And for 1. You're going to cartwheel around to the front of your mat. Coming into a forward fold in pyramid legs. Might have to adjust those feet. You're going to have a soft bend into that left knee. Oh, this is a great place for blocks if you need it. We breathe into that left hamstring for 3. Ooh, maybe you want to lift the toes for 2. You can. Or keep the foot planted for 1. Plant your hands down, step the left foot back to meet the right, bringing yourself into your plank position. Okay, take a breath in on that plank, option to lower those knees. Chaturanga on the exhale. In breath, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale back to a downward facing dog. Right leg sweeps high when you are ready. Bend through that leg, open through that hip. Flex up through those toes and lift that nice right knee nice and high. Oh, that feels good for the hip. Sweeping that leg forward and through, planting it down, pivoting on that back left foot, coming up to your warrior 2 stance. How many times can I adjust my pants in one class? It's probably been about 7 times, okay? Bend deep into that right knee, real life, coming into your warrior 2 stance here. Right heel is in line with that back left arch. Shoulders down and back. Shoulders over hips, slight tuck of the tail. How many cues can you have for one pose? A billion. Gaze comes right over those right fingertips. Hopefully you guys are laughing or at least smiling. Okay. Let's take a flip of the front palm. Wow. Reverse your warrior on the inhale. Sweeping that right arm up, opening through that right side body. Exhale to side angle. Left arm sweeps up overhead, right arm comes towards leg. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle. So good. We've got that one more time. Big breath in to come into your reverse. Exhale, side angle to hold. You have 2 options here. Right arm can stay down. Right arm can also join with the left. Reaching those hands like you're holding that nice big beach ball for 3. For 2. Reverse. Nope. Come to warrior 2, not reverse. Warrior 2. Hang out there for 1 sec. You're going to pivot that right foot in to 45. Left heel comes in. Maybe you have to do that a couple of times to come down into your goddess and flow. Inhale to come back up. We got to do the same for this side. Exhale, sink deep into that goddess. So good. Inhale to come up. Exhale to goddess. Sitting those hips nice and low, knees track nice and wide. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down into goddess to hold. We breathe for 3. Sit those hips nice and low. Chest is proud, tail is tucked for 2. And for 1, cartwheel around to the right leg forward. Ooh, lost my balance. Great place for a block. Maybe you need to make some adjustments here. Your choice. We're folding over that right leg. Ooh, fingertips, this is a tighter side for me. Maybe you have to shorten your stance. Maybe you have to deepen your stance. Maybe you're gonna come down onto that left knee and come into more of a hamstring stretch. Look at all the options you have. Take one more inhale. Shift forward, plant the hands down, step the right foot back to meet the left. Oh, that's a good stretch. Take one inhale in that plank, squeeze through that body up to lower those knees, chaturanga. In breath, upward dog or baby cobra. Take it back to a nice wide child's pose. Okay, my friends, that was fun. Some good flows there. We're gonna finish with some core and a little bit more work on our mat. So we'll shift forward in a moment, take one more inhale in that child's pose because it should feel good, right? Shift yourself forward to tabletop. We're gonna swing those legs around to the front of your mat. Okay, we're gonna do a couple variations in our boat pose. So firing up that core. That was adjustment number 8. That was an adjustment number 9 of the pants. Okay, boat pose, we have options here. Heels down or legs lifted. You choose which one you're gonna start with. I'm gonna start with heels down. And you can too. Reach those arms forward, palms facing in. We're gonna do a little bit of a flow here. We're gonna inhale the arms to come up overhead. Make sure you have a good lean back, and then exhale the arms back towards your side. Inhale up overhead, so if your legs are lifted, exhale down. 2 more of those. In breath, arms overhead. Nice lean back, exhale down. One more time, in breath up. Exhale, take your hands in behind your legs. Give yourself 2 rolls along the spine. 1, up to kind of boat, 2. You're gonna come back to boat. Maybe those heels are back down on the mat. That's an option. We're gonna take an inhale, reach the right arm back. Exhale, center. Left arm back, inhale. Exhale, center. 2 more, in breath. Exhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Take the hands in behind the legs. 2 rolls along that spine. Rock 1. Rock 2. Last boat pose here. We're gonna all take those hands forward. Again, heels can be down, palms down. We're gonna pull and squeeze the shoulder blades back. I'll turn this way so you can see. Squeezing shoulder blades and elbows. Inhale forward. Good. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. We'll do that one more time. Exhale back. Inhale forward. If your feet were lifted, place them down. We're gonna all turn our palms in, wiggle your hips forward probably, and then slowly roll yourself down this time. So we're not doing that fast rock. We're slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Maybe you take a pause at that halfway. Oh, that fired up the core for sure. Once you are all the way onto your back, pull the knees into the chest, give a little rock from right to left, and then we'll take the knees wide. Take your feet up towards sky ceiling, grab the outside edges coming into your happy baby right here. Okay, so we want to think of hips, low back, hamstrings. Breathing there. Maybe it's a still happy baby, a sleeping happy baby. Maybe it's a rocking happy baby, whatever feels good for you to just release. I would say wherever you are, whichever option you're taking is just to close your eyes and then just check in with the muscles in your face, the cheeks, the jaw, the brow. Can you release and relax there? We'll stay here for one more big breath in. One big breath out. And then slowly bringing those knees back to touch. Taking the feet down onto your mat, extending through those legs. Oh man, coming into your Shavasana. Taking the arms wide, taking the feet wide. And what I love to do at the end of a class is to make a comparison or just simply a notice of how your body feels now versus how it did 30 minutes ago. So, did you create more space with your breath? Did you create more space with your movement? Did you shift your energy in some way? And maybe all 3. We want to check in with the face one more time, making sure the jaw is relaxed, making sure the brow is nice and relaxed as well. And instead of shifting or changing your breath, just come to regular breath. So just be. Don't force anything. Be heavy in your place. Think of your body sinking deep into your mat. So there's no tension. Nothing is hanging on. You are just a still body. I'm just focusing on the breath. I'm sorry if you can hear Zoe. She is cleaning herself. Always great, great moments with the dog. Please feel free to stay exactly as you are. You might need 10 to 20 more cycles of breath in Shavasana. Please stay as you are. If you would like to move on with your day, we can slide those ankles to touch in the center of your space. Take a breath in and reach those arms all the way up overhead, coming into that beautiful long body stretch. Pointing through those toes, reaching through those fingertips, lengthening through that body as much as you can, and then choosing the side to roll over onto, coming into a beautiful fetal position here. Now, as you are here, keep those eyes closed for a moment. Come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of class, or maybe you want to do another one. Maybe something else feels good for you. Do it. There are no rules with yoga, which is the loveliest of things. And when you are ready, you can slowly use that front hand to press yourself up into a nice seated position here. Crossing those legs one more time together. Are you going to finish into your down dog, up dog for us? Not today. Okay. Take a big breath in. Reach those arms. She will in a moment. All the way up overhead. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Give yourself a little bow forward. Namaste, everybody. Amazing, amazing job. Here comes the down dog, up dog. Don't disappoint. Good girl. And up dog. Oh, that's a very, very good girl. Yeah, that's good. And then we need to do a clean of our mat. Right, Zoe? Look at all the dirt you made. You made so much dirt and hair down here. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was a lovely little 30, almost 32-minute flow. Moving the body, doing all of those lovely things, all the good things for us. Have a wonderful rest of the day wherever it is for you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.